I'm Cash, and welcome back to Cash Talks Football, where we break down all the goals scored in the Premier League. And today we're at Merseyside, Everton against Manchester United, and what a mess of a game this was. Mess goals, just all of it really. United here though defending, so I can't really show all of it because there's such a long melee of just bad headers. And a lot of their bad headers, and the reason why they can't really get the ball out is because, well, there's a couple of issues. They have to head the ball, but they're all moving from the corner, so all their starting positions are wrong, so they can't get purchase on the headers and clear them. The first mistake is the mistake that causes the goal, and that's the one I want to show you. And it starts right here. Everything else after that is reactionary to this mistake. This one can be fixed. The other ones are just part and parcel to what's happening in a game when you have like a massive scramble inside the box. And that's what this is here. And as well, I think the keeper is just poor. So I'm going to show you this first mistake here, and then we're going to get into all of the little details. So watch when the ball comes in, right? So all he has to do is keep his eye on the ball. If he keeps his eye on the ball, this is the point where we can actually defend it, clear the ball, and do something with it. Right, so here we go, bum, bum, bum. Watching the ball, and he's on his own. No one's around him. Nice and easy. Just needs to deal with the cross that's coming in from the corner. Simple, right? Nope. What happens is, right at the last minute, there, he takes his eye off the ball. Do you see that? Takes his eye off the ball and it hits him in the knee. This is the mistake that causes all the problems. This mistake right here. From here, all chaos breaks loose. Do you see how he sort of looked down there as it bounced off his knee? That's the only point that any United player could really clear the ball. The rest is all just reactional headers, trying to get something on the ball to get it out of the danger area. That's the mistake right there. Took his eye off. I mean, it's taking his eye off the ball when he's not marking a player to clear the ball inside the 18-yard box. You're a professional footballer, mate. That's unacceptable. That's unacceptable at the Sunday League level, let alone at this level. But that's what Man United are dealing with nowadays. So let's just move it on and actually show you from the other angle. So this is Everton knocking the ball down to actually get the strike on goal. And there's another little mistake I'm going to show you about, and it's down here. There's a better angle for it. I'll show you in a minute. Basically, if the United players actually got out as a unit, this wouldn't have been a goal because it would have been offside. But they don't, and I'm going to show you that in a second, okay? So the only reason he's able to get a decent header on here is because he's got a free run in it, essentially, and he can actually get some purchase on the header to knock it into the danger area, into the space. However, as United are coming out, what they've failed to do is actually bother to mark people as they're coming out. So what you want to do is when you're pushing out, is you're almost holding their player until the point where you're past them and they're offside. So until that everybody's offside, you keep holding them, okay? You basically keep as close as you possibly can. You don't run this far forward. You just don't do it. So even though he was close enough, he's not close enough to mark him, and he gets a little bit, sorry, the umpire, I don't know who it is, gets a little bit of a touch, and now he's running in behind. And Harry Maguire is immediately calling for offside instead of just playing the game. But whoever number 4 is right here is playing him onside, and this is the other issue that United need to address. When you're in a situation like this, pressure the ball and get out as fast as you can. When that guy knocks the header back in, they're offside, and you don't care. But they don't. They're in this panic mode where half of them are going forward, half of them are staying back. I'm going to show you that in a second after we just watch this little finish here. Pop, gets himself a goal, nice and simple. But let's just show you that. Here it is. There you can see someone stayed in when everybody else has gone forward. And if he just gets out, there's no issue whatsoever, because when that ball gets knocked back in, they're offside. Not a problem. It's just discipline. I mean, it's not just discipline. This is simple basics. Just at any standard of football, that when you've always got like your centre back. Sometimes I like to call it your trigger man. Trigger man. And he's the one that you follow. He's the line leader. So as he moves forward, you move forward, right? You cannot be behind that guy because he's the last line of defence, right? He's the centre-back that's in charge. And if you're behind him, you're in trouble because everybody else is in front of him. So you need to make sure that you're up with everybody here, and they're not. That's where the problem lies. Oh, they're looking for the offside. Well, it's not, because one United player has decided to stay in too deep. And if he just does his job properly, follows the line, follows his teammates, there is no problem, and Everton don't get an easy goal. Let's move it on. Okay, so we're picking up the action just before the through ball that goes in behind the defenders. And I want you to look at this, right? When he's receiving the ball here from this little pass, we're looking at, so if we draw a line like that, All right. So no one can tackle him. It's over here. There's 4 players out the way. He can't tackle him because he's too far out at 5. He can't do anything. That's 6. And there's one down there. 7 United players that cannot put any pressure on the ball here. So you've got one that can. And of course, you know, if he steps forward, the ball is going to go in behind him. So he has to drop. He has to start dropping at this situation because of the amount of numbers that United have got here that's completely out of shape. They're just nowhere near tackling. Now, also, when this ball does get past here, the closest player that probably could, track back a little bit, and I know the pass is played in behind, but what happens is it's consistency. If you're constantly doing the right things, you'll do it right next time. If you're constantly being lazy, well, you're going to be lazy next time. When he receives the ball right here, look, joggy. No one's really trying to come in and win the ball from the blind side here. Just go... I'm in midfield, but I'm not really playing there. I'm not really going to go and help pressure the ball. And it enables the Everton player here loads and loads of time to pit. Really, honestly, it's a decent pass. It's a slide rule in behind. Boomp. This is actually quite good from United. Maguire's completely taken out of the play. Covering centre-back comes over. I think it's Delete. And he goes back over to cover the other side. And actually, I think this is Delete. Absolutely, they do quite a good job, except for when it gets down to the box, into the box, 1v1 situation with Harry Maguire, and that's when it all seems to go wrong. Perfect covering play for each other. One United player's coming across, the other one's going across to cover his space for when he puts the cross in over. Good job. All, you've been caught, you've been exposed, and you're trying to do the best of it with what you can. Sometimes when you get beaten in behind or the pass is too good and it's just a foot race and you've just got to do what you can to recover. And they do that. But after they recover, watch this next little bit. This is the little point here. Maguire just gets beaten. Because he's slow and he's slow to stop and he's slow to turn. So slow isn't just about your foot race running. It's all about how quick you can change direction. So you can just put your foot down and come back the other way. This is what makes him slow. As he puts his foot down, boom, look, he just gets beaten. Really, really easily. And he's on the right side as well. He's overcommitted. He's gone past the point where he can tackle. He's just made a mess of it. Absolute mess of it. Now, speaking of making a mess of it, so does Anana, this goalkeeper. I mean, this is shocking play. There's a couple of decisions here. I actually I want to have a little better look at it when we go through it here, because I think he can just jump up and catch it or punch or try to attempt to challenge for this ball the second time around. After he knocks it up in the air, which is atrocious from this shot, which he doesn't put it around the post, he doesn't do anything. He just basically it's poor goalkeeping. At this level, it's absolutely poor goalkeeping. Here we are from the shot. He just slaps it straight up and he falls over. Like, the shot's not that powerful. You're not falling over. It's right at him. It's right at him. Better goalkeepers catch that. Well, yeah, I'd say most Premier League goalkeepers probably catch that. Or if they hit it, they knock it, boom, over here, out for a corner. It goes. They don't hit it up straight up into the air and then fall onto the floor. Oh, we're doing that zooming in thing again. I don't know how I do that. I think it's double clicking. I really should learn it. But I want to show you this point here. Tell me what you think. This is the point. Look, he's back on his feet. Where's his hands? Why isn't he trying to knock this away? Instead, he's backing up to go onto his line. Look. He's backing up. Look, boom, boom, boom. Backing up to go onto the... These guys, just put your hand up. Just stop the guy heading the ball. Try, jump, do something. And he doesn't. It's a really, really poor goal to give away. It really is. From a couple of mistakes, well, cut through the midfield to ease. Little mistake by Harry Maguire here. He's not very good. We'll give him a half a mistake because he's terrible. But the goalkeeper has got to be better in that situation. He really does. So this is the point I want to show you. Better angle. You can see the ball clearly here. Look at where the keeper is. He's on his feet. What does he do? Does he just out jump him and just push it away? Just push it anywhere? Anywhere? No, he does. Do you see his footwork? Do you see all that panic motion and all that panic movement? That's why he can't jump and push up and do anything. Panic footwork, not controlled in any way, shape or form. Doesn't know really what he's doing. And that's why he ends up giving up a simple goal. Yeah, let's move it on. Speaking of goalkeeping errors, this goal kick. This free kick is 100% goalkeeper error. I'm going to show you that in a second. Is it a decent free kick? No, not really. Just poor goalkeeping. Absolutely poor goalkeeping. Have a look where his feet are and have a look where he is when this ball goes in. Okay? He's going to strike it. But what's the keeper done? Moved. Right. So when the wall is defending this side here, That's the side the wall's defending, pretty much that sort of area there. That's what the wall's defending there. The goalkeeper is looking to defend this side here. Otherwise, there's no point having the wall. The wall has got that side, got that angle. Yeah, perfect. You as a goalkeeper are stood over here, ready to, you can go back into the middle a little bit if you have to, but you're covering this side of the goal. He's standing behind his wall basically when the ball goes in. Dunk. Yeah, rubbish. Here you go. Here's a much better version of it. You can see all the players are blocking this side of the goal here. He needs to be covering this side of the goal. And what does he do? He basically just jumps out the way. And because of his foot movement, now he can't react a second time because the ball's already in the goal and his feet have just landed for him to go again. He can't do it. Can't react that quick. And also the other thing as well, you do have to understand how fast reactions of goalkeepers are. They are very, very good. There is an argument to say he could have still dove and still could have got to the ball. But first off, his shape, I mean, everything he's done is wrong. He set the wall up to defend one side. He defends the other. He chooses not to defend that side and jump over to the side where the wall is. Bruno Fernandes gets himself an easy goal. Yeah, terrible. Let's move it on. I think I say this about 3 times a week now. The reason this goal's happening is because this is where the defensive line is, giving Man United all of this space to put the ball into. That means every single player is running towards the goal to head the ball at the goalkeeper. Okay? Oh, all right. Doesn't matter which player it is. They're all going that way. Even if they get back and defend it, well, which way are they running? Well, they're running towards the goal. So if they want to head the ball that way, are they going to get any purchase on it or any power on it? No, because they're running away from where the ball's coming. So to turn back and head it away that way and get power on it is very, very difficult. So as we float this ball in, standing jump. Do we see that? Absolute just standing jump, just trying to head the ball instead of him being there and actually being able to tack the ball and knock it away into space and get purchase on it. Can't do it. Now there is a bit of a coming together here, so I might give them the benefit of the doubt. But the D is the place, if you want to score goals as a midfield from corners or you want to be able to defend properly, stand here. The amount of times the ball drops to people in the D, why, Cash? It's very, very simple. This is the centre of the field. This is where the ball ends up all of the time, in the middle. So if you just stand there during games, you will get yourself striking opportunities. Now, to be fair, this is a decent chest volley control into the corner. It's a good strike, but it comes down from the defensive line being set up on the 18-yard box and not drop deep. So when they can run out and attack and be aggressive to win the ball. And no one marking her here on the D. Is it a good control? Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Gets his volley off. Not too bad. But let's get on to the controversial decision of Ashley Young diving. First off, right, we can see him. He's already going down here. Right, we're going to watch his movement in a second. But this is one of those scenarios. Just play the game and score the goal. I think, was it Diego Jota did it the other day for Liverpool? He just dove for no reason, trying to get the keeper sent off or some rubbish, instead of just scoring the goal. Just score the goal and be a hero. Oh, why are you trying to dive? Is there a shirt pull? Yeah. Is it enough to maybe call a penalty? Yeah, because I can remember Casemiro had less of a shirt tug, and Michael Oliver phoned up on the old VAR against Manchester City. Was it last season or the season before? And gave him a penalty for it. So yeah, you could see if it was given, you go, it's soft. But watch how he dives. Watch. Doof, throws himself to the ground, completely throws himself to the ground. And I think that's what really sort of turns VAR here and go, well, might have been a bit of a foul, but he's oversold it there. And Ashley Young has been doing this for years. He used to do it over here in this corner, come in, cut and dive and get penalties all day long. I don't think he'd have much of a career if they had VAR back then, because he got loads of penalty. I think he was playing for United at the time, or maybe Aston Villa, I can't remember. And it used to get loads and loads. Every time he got the ball, he looked like he was going to dive. So same situation again. You can see the shirt tug right there. So you could go, yeah, okay, I can see how it's given. But watch, as he starts to move, he lets go of the shirt. Do we see? He lets go of it. It pings. And that's when he decides to dive and go over. And the way he goes over, it looks like someone's trying to touch him on the ankles here. But there's nothing there. And he's just going down. Yeah. I'm shocked VAR overturned it and got involved, to be honest. I thought the penalty was going to stand. but they did. And I'd rather have penalties like this overturned than just because then people will stop doing it. And we know they're not going to stop doing it. And we know next week they'll be giving this and everyone will be going, well, you didn't give the one last week. Why are you giving the one this week? And that's why we hate VAR. Other than that, I'll see you next time on Cash Talks Football.